To the program. This is Daily Politics on Trust TV. I'm Abdullahi Ahmed. Tonight, we dive into the escalating crisis staring through the Labour Party. Despite a recent Supreme Court ruling, hostilities between the Julius Abure and Senator Ninadi Usman factions have deepened, with both sides issuing mutual threats and suspensions. First, the Ninadi-led faction, buoyed by court backing, issued a 72-hour ultimatum to Abure's camp, branded him as an imposter. In a swift counter, the Abure-led National Working Committee struck back, suspending Governor Alex Otti and other key figures on the other side, while dismissing Ninadi Usman as a non-party member. What does this mean for the Labour Party, especially in the build-up to the next general election, which is just around the corner? And is there a chance that this once united party could revive itself and unite for what comes next? First, let's have a listen to both factions as they give their reasons for why the threats, the suspensions, and calls for accountability.
After a careful and comprehensive review of the Supreme Court judgment delivered on Friday, April 4th, 2025, the National Executive Council, NEC, is deeply concerned by the subsequent actions of Barrister Julius Abure, particularly his continued impersonation of the esteemed office of the National Chairman of the Labour Party. These actions have not only violated the spirit and letter of the law, but have also brought the image and integrity of our great party into disrepute. In the exercise of its constitutional mandate and in strict accordance with the disciplinary provisions of the Labour Party Constitution 2019 as amended, the NEC in session hereby announces the commencement of disciplinary actions against Mr. Abure. These actions have started with the constitution of a special investigative committee to review the actions of Mr. Abure as it affects the image and integrity of the party. In line with due process and the party constitution, NEC gives Mr. Abure 48 hours notice to show why disciplinary actions should not be taken against him for his numerous acts of gross misconduct against the party. The formal notice of disciplinary action will be sent to the last known address of Mr. Julius Abure.
He should take it that yes, since they said that, no, I'm no more qualified to be there because the two lower courts had been quashed. Therefore, the thing that should be there, because the environment cannot be left in the vacuum. So, the names that should feature in the right senses should be the NCC, which came up through the effort and strength and consultation of the entire NEC. Because in simple mathematics, if you check the NEC today, what constitutes the NEC? This particular answer I'm giving will address some of the issues that some other people raised. In the NEC, you have the NCC, you have the TUC, you have the governor and the deputy. Then eventually the National Working Committee, the chairman, can feature so that he'll be feeding back their National Working Committee with the necessary information at the end of the day, because the NEC is one of the organs that is very strong after the National Convention.
Well, that is one side of the argument. Now for the counterpunch. The National Working Committee of the Labour Party had this to say.
Labour Party slams indefinite suspension on His Excellency, the Abia State Governor, Otti, Senator Nwokocha, Senator Kingibe, and other members, some other members of the National Assembly, challenges Ninadi to speak about her plea bargain with EFCC. Recall that last Friday, 2nd of May 2025, the National Executive Committee of the Labour Party set up a 5-man disciplinary committee headed by the Deputy National Chairman, Dr. Ayo Olorufemi, Alhaji Umar Farouq Ibrahim, the National Secretary, and 3 others to investigate Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otti and any other party members over allegations of anti-party activities.
The party leadership, as constituted by law, is not aware of any meeting. And after all, they have been holding this kind of meeting for the first 1 year. What has they taken it? What has they produced? The only thing they have been aiming at is to destabilize the party. We have contained and condoned all the illegalities, but however, we have sworn to uphold the provisions of the Constitution, both the national, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and that of the Labour Party. And that is why the party leadership is taking this drastic decision.
Well, the drama that is the Labour Party crisis continues to unfold right before our eyes. Now let's speak to the National Secretary of the Labour Party. Comrade Umar Farouq is joining us in the studio for the first part of this conversation. Comrade, it's good to see you. You look really stressed.
No, I'm not stressed. I thought you would say I look fresh.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let me just get your take on this one. How does the Labour Party benefit from this chaos? What is happening right now?
Well, the benefit is to ensure sanity, because all that we have been running away from our own part, those who have been aggressing us, those who have been suppressing, those who have been bringing faction into the party, we felt that they have been accommodated for too long. And mind you, the Labour Party is a creation of law. We have constitution of the party that we have the constitution of the party that guide and moderate our activities, our actions, and our conduct. Anybody, no matter how highly placed you are, if you violate the constitution of the party, appropriate action should be taken against you. And it has been proven beyond all reasonable doubt that this so-called transition committee that was supported, funded by the governor of Abia State, His Excellency Alex Otti, they have crossed all limits. They have crossed all the red lines, which we have given them opportunity. Look, come for reconciliation. We have gone to several, they have followed us to court. We have not taken anybody to court. We do not even give them the, when Otti was setting up this committee, we wrote to him, passionate appeal, that look, what you are going to do is inimical, is counterproductive, and is not going to come off with a very, a sound and good baby.
And comrade, is it fair to say from a neutral standpoint that both sides are acting in a very vindictive manner? Case in point, what has happened today? Threats from both sides, suspension from both sides, accusations from both sides about illegality and questionable activities.
If you follow very, very attentively the sequence of events since when this crisis started, you have said that the other parties are the ones who are, aggressively fueling this crisis.
You think the Peter Obi, Alex Otti, Nenadi Usman camp are the aggressors?
They are the one, because tell me, we had a national convention that was supported by Alex Otti, that was chaired by Alex Otti, deputy governors, that was, attended by all his commissioners, all assemblymen, all the relevant stakeholders in Abia that were supposed to be there. We had a national convention that had most of the senators, and some of them have sent apologies, those who could not have been there, physically present. We had a convention where all our National Assembly, majority of them were there in attendance. We had a national convention where all the state chapters of the party were there. We had a convention where all the accredited delegates that are supposed to be there. We had a convention where INEC was duly notified and legally presented with all that is going to happen during that convention. And the convention was conducted successfully. The deputy governor sworn in Abure and myself and all the other NWC members. He gave us the oath of office. We uphold the constitution. And we have, with that, just a day, we find ourselves that the same Alex Otti, the same National Assembly members have just somersaulted for only reason known to them, which are coming out now. And they have gone and take this issue and say they have sacked all of us, sack the national leadership of the party, sack the state chapter, including the state.
I believe the explanation was, even in court, is that your tenures have expired.
Listen to me. Which expiration? It was because of the expiration of the tenure that we went and conducted the convention. Do you understand? No, don't go. That's your argument, right? Well, you don't bring me any other person's argument. Listen to my own argument and let me tell people. So those who will go and find out, let them go and past check us. You understand? It is INEC that had the regulatory. INEC didn't go. Well, if INEC will give us, we say they are coming and they didn't show up, that is entirely their own business. And up to today, we stand by it. And that is why the law is very clear. And even the Constitution, even the Supreme Court judgment that have just been, they are just been the subject of controversy is very clear. That the activities of every political party is entirely the responsibilities of the members of the party. Do you understand? And tell me, one day, one meeting that Otti has called that include any one of the states. None. They are calling themselves NEC. How? They don't even know the Constitution. The problem is that these people are completely ignorant of the Constitution of the Labour Party.
But you can't clearly blame them because the electoral umpire itself, INEC, has rejected that convention. So you can't fault them for being mischief makers.
Listen.
It's on record that INEC has rejected
Malam Ahmed, it is not, INEC did not reject the convention. There is nowhere INEC said it has rejected the convention. The only thing INEC said is that we did not monitor. When we took INEC to court, challenging them why they didn't give us the code for Ondo State to upload candidate, which is a prerogative right of a political party. Mind you, are not talking about leadership now. Then INEC somersaulted because they know they have erred in the face of the law. Do you understand? That is why they came with that narrative that they say, no, we didn't attend. If you didn't attend, does that invalidate the convention? No, it doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't. So therefore, we are not the one that are causing this crisis. All along, we are the one that have been vindictively, and aggressively, challenged, and we know the reason. That is why some of them are decamping, going here, going there. So they all have a reason. We know politicians. We are politicians. We know them. So they want to find a reason why they want to decamp. Look at Enugu. Some 2 House of Reps members have decamped to PDP. Look at some of our senators. Look at some of these things. See, the entire political dynamic, the entire political landscape in the country is completely rotten by politicians who are, aggressive and, office seeker. That's the only thing they intend to do, is to grab office, follow a political party, get elected, and then they start,
talk to me about
causing problem.
Talk to me about this disciplinary committee that you were a part of, because a lot of people say that it was a sham of a disciplinary committee. You set it up less than a week ago, and now you've come out with your decision to suspend Governor Alex Otti, Ninadi Usman, and a variety of high-profile members. Did you even give them fair hearing?
Malam Ahmed, see you sitting down here as the secretary of that committee, and you are asking me fair hearing.
Yeah, but it's a question.
We gave somebody, we wrote to Otti. We sent him a query to answer. We invited him to come and defend himself. This is exactly 1 good weeks. We gave him 48 hours.
Was that not because you already, have decided what the outcome would be? Because you probably know he's not going to honor your invitation.
So that is his own business. It's
but
not
he doesn't
mine.
respect you. He doesn't recognize your authority.
So that is entirely his own problem. So that is why the issue of hearing why do you even bring it? Someone that does not even recognize us. So we gave him a fair hearing. At least you said you didn't recognize me. But yet I said the law said I should give you fair hearing, and which we have given him. We gave him the opportunity to come. We address all the charges against him. Number one, causing disruption, causing disharmony, doing anti-party activities, going to conduct a local government election under another platform of the party outside your own party. Do you understand? Scrambling all the, dismantling all the state party structure. All these things we said, they are well-known things. There are things in the open that we have seen how Otti, have done that. So we asked him, explain yourself. He failed to do that. And then look, today action,
governor, the only governor you have on the platform, makes sense.
Can you imagine which sense? When we are talking about law. Yeah, but the Constitution.
Do you think that is
the
an
National Assembly
outcome? How does that help
the
Labour
National
Party?
Assembly? Which help?
How does suspending Alex Otti, for instance, the only serving governor you have on your platform, how does it help Labour Party?
It gives Labour Party peace, and is going to further improve the unity of the party. You understand?
He's the problem?
He is completely the problem, and we're not denying it. And he knew. Let him check his conscience. He is the problem of the Labour Party. Do you understand?
Okay.
He has gotten what he wants to get. We thank God. We don't have any problems. But instead of him to live in peace and allow the Labour Party to go our own way, leave us where you made to us. At least some people will come and join. Don't destabilize the party while you see that. We know his leg is no more in the party. Do you understand? He is not a Labour Party member. As far as the Constitution is concerned.
How so?
How so? Is he a member of the Labour Party that he went and conducted election under another political party? Is he a member? The Constitution has already, removed him.
As far as we know, officially.
You know, as far as you know. But as far as the Constitution of the party,
he has not officially said that
he doesn't have to do that. His action has already proven that he is not with Labour Party.
Yeah, but
don't.
But is that based on the Labour Party's constitution, or is that based on your opinion?
Based on the law. I'm not here talking about my opinion. I'm talking about the authority of the Labour Party. It is the constitution of the party that dictates we should do what we do. And other one, we have never gone away from what the constitution says, and that is why we are still existing. Okay. Even in INEC, we are still existing as the substantive leaders of the party.
Governor Alex Otti is the biggest name on that list, but you also have the NCC chairperson, Senator Ninadi Usman, Senator
Ninadi Usman. We do not even recognize her as a member of the party.
And a host of others. But one name is missing on that particular list, and that is Peter Obi. What about him? Is he clean?
Have you seen Peter Obi for some reason in a recent time now? Have you seen Peter Obi associating himself with these people? No.
But he was part of the NEC that basically configured the Ninadi-led National Caretaker Committee.
He was an invitee and he went there. And if we find...
So you're singling out Obi, he didn't do anything wrong?
Well, as far as we are concerned, the offense of Peter Obi does not meet the requirement of the law to punish him.
Offense.
Of course he has. He is an offender.
Some people would think,
and we can tell you,
that you are reluctant to do anything that would look like political suicide by suspending Peter Obi. And that's why you're reluctant.
Let me tell you,
to give him the same treatment.
There won't be any suicide. There won't be any suicide. We have been too liberal. Which is suicide? You have a governor that does not even recognize the leadership of the party. You have a governor that went and conducted election under the platform of another political party. You have a governor that is sponsoring division. You understand, hatred and all these things that that is causing crisis in the political party just because of his own interest. And we know he wants to leave the party and go. So that is why we gave him a soft landing.
Okay.
With the suspension, if he feels that yes, what is down to him, that yes, what I have done is wrong, do you understand? Then he can apply and then, write to the party and then apologize, and then we come and look at it and then we continue. It is you see, you can err, but at the same time, you can seek for forgiveness. We are all sinners, but they know they have sinned. And we can tell you the sin.
What about your sins? Because you seem to be talking about their own sins.
Look, I'm not here to talk about my own sin. You understand? I'm here to talk about the sin that others have committed.
Yeah, but some would say that then you are now putting on the airs of holier than thou, as if they say
no, except if you are the one now looking at me as a sinner.
No, you said we are all sinners, so I'm just doubling down on that.
Now ask, I have not. What are your sins? As far as Labour Party constitution is concerned, I have not erred. I have not sinned. Do you understand? But they have sinned, and thou shalt sin no more. Okay. And that is why we have taken the decision we have taken.
You've seen their press conference.
Which press conference?
They have indicted Julius Abure. They have queried him, given him 72 hours to respond to that. And of course, they are also wielding the hammer, so to say, on your camp.
Ahmed,
what does that mean for the future of the Labour Party?
Ahmed, you see, this illegal, assembly, we have been seeing it. The so-called lady they put as the leader of the party, we don't even know her as a member of the Labour Party. And in fact, let me tell you, we are waiting for her to display in anywhere her membership card. We'll take her to court and we'll ask the police to go and investigate her. Because we have not issued a membership card to her. To us, we know she has been a supporter of Peter Obi. She has been in the Peter Obi campaign council.
Don't people register at the ward level?
Listen to me. The ward level, we give them, we close the registration after the general election. We close registration.
So you're saying before 2023, Senator Nadi Usman was not a member of the Labour Party?
That is why I say let me see her own registration. Don't divert my attention. I'm telling you, they are used to, for her to sit down there with the people that she is parading, sitting down there, people that have joined the party to come and contest election. Mokocha is contested the senatorial election. Do you understand? And why is he? See. So those are the people that will say enough is enough. So let them go. For them to sit down there in that illegal assembly that they have been conducting, that they have been sitting, that they have been being sponsored to do since July 2024. Do you understand? They have been doing that, and yet they didn't get anywhere. And for them to sit down there and say they are trying to ask Aburi to do what? It is only NWC that can ask Aburi, come and give us your stewardship. Do you understand? And for somebody of a questionable character like her should not come and talk to someone and say, look, we are asking you to come and render your financial something. Why? How?
Okay.
My brother, which kind of country are we running? You journalists, why should you not ask question? Bring out, we know. Didn't you know who he is? Didn't you know the offense he has committed?
What are you referring to exactly?
The Nadi Usman.
What offense are you referring to?
Was she not in the FCC? Was she not? Has she not been taken to Kirikiri?
So
of
what has that got
4
to
point
do-
something billion.
What has that got to do with what's happening right now?
Corruption, integrity, that is what matters. People who have that questionable character, they will come and start to questioning us that we have been in the party to bring all these things, that none of us. See, the beauty of this thing is that if any one of us have been found, if any one of these people know that any one of us is guilty of any my financial misfeasance, it will not have been the way it is. I will not have sit down talking the way I'm talking.
Is the Abure camp averse to accountability? Because this question has been raised over and over again, and you seem to be offended that they are asking questions that you clearly don't have any interest in answering.
Who feel offense? Come to my office. I will show you the account of the party, certified by INEC, who is a regulatory body that can sit down and ask us. They have sent external auditors. This is what you do call about accountability. Who can give you a clean bill of accountability as far as your financial transaction is concerned? Not your auditor. Your auditors here, your external auditors here. When they give you a final bill of financial cleanliness, that is where we are. So that is what we are talking. These people are saying they're just coming up with some most of their allegations. See, these people, they want to leave this party. That is why they want to destroy it. And we tell them no. That is why you always see them one by one decamping. One by one decamping. Have you seen one Labour Party member from any ward that have said, hey, today I have left Labour Party. I'm no more a candidate I'm no more a member of the Labour Party. No. But those people who are candidates, who use Labour Party as a vehicle to reach their destination are the ones who are doing what they are doing now.
All right, comrade, just before we go, final question, and I'm going to pivot back to the question we started with, because I have a feeling that it was not properly answered. But they say nobody wins when the family feuds. I asked the question, who benefits from this chaos? But more importantly, what good does it do to both sides if things continue this way? Your final thoughts before we go.
Well, I can sincerely tell you, and I want to tell you a very sincere, when an intruder come into your family and come to create a division, so the best thing for you to do is to try to remove him out of that house. Doing that, you are doing good to the family, you are doing good to the family, to the house. That is what we are doing. These people came, and I can tell you, all of them have come. Some came with good intention, and they are still with us. Like I've told you, this meeting we held, even today, yesterday, the last NEC we did, do you understand? The MWC we had, some of the House of Assembly members are with us, communicating, telling us that, look, this is how you do it, this is what we advise you, this is what you should do. But those people who came, you understand, from the outside, and they are trying to create division, trying to create confusion. So the best thing is for us to go. It will do good to Labour Party. And I can tell you, without mincing words, and you can take me for that, Labour Party is going to, is going to grow stronger and stronger, because we have moved away those bad eggs that are causing this friction into the party. When you look at them, all of them, you look at their history, you find that they've just come to do what? Just to contest election. And that is it. And that is why in anywhere they are saying, they will be talking about, coalition. We want to use the party for coalition. We want to go under this. That's why we came out with a categorical statement that Labour Party is not interested and is not going for any coalition, because there is no sincerity in the talk about, forming coalition. Because the characters that are, spewing that, the characters that are driving the force of the coalition, all of them, all the political parties are not sincere.
Okay. It does appear that you have taken the posture of no retreat, no surrender. Let's see what the next chapter would look like. Nigerians will keep watching with keen interest.
Thank you very much.
Comrade, thank you so much for your time. You need some rest, obviously.
My pleasure.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, we'll have a conversation about the other side. What do you think about this whole scenario and what it means for the Labour Party's future? More on that in just a moment.